It's KD the One, and I am back with another reaction video. Now, this time with someone a little bit new, DyQuell. I don't want to missay your name, but Dontae. This video is on people of all skin color and homophobia. Now, I don't want to say too much in the beginning because I feel like this is something that the video most likely going to cover for, but most I want to say is we should be in a time where we are more accepting. I lived in hella old school black household that hated that shit, but at the same time, we should always have our own mindsets to make our own idea of what a person is. So I want to get into the video and see how y'all feel. Y'all feel me? So please like, comment, subscribe. Y'all know the goal. We try and get to 1,000 subscribers. You know we close. This is gonna be the year we get past 1,000. So let's get into the video.
I really believe that if one of your children come out and say that they're gay, you should immediately ask them, who you, baby? Who touched you, baby?
Do you think being gay is a choice?
Yes, I do believe that. Some people believe it's natural. You like it's just natural, and you like what you like. Some people believe that. At a point where you overstand like what the way you were intended to be, you can only reproduce with a woman. You know, some natural. We're supposed to have sex with women. That's what I believe.
So do me a favor right now, and don't let me have to say it again, because it's not going to be nice. Okay? Homosexuality is not something that I condone.
Say have a good day. What the is that?
Boy, get out of here.
Please back up.
Boy, get
Back
out of
up.
here with your gay.
Back up.
Get out of here with
Back
your
up.
gay.
I just find it weird that people that been through so much hurt, as again people of our skin color, we've been through so much hurt, so much pain, so much prejudice itself, yet we don't mind pushing it on to other people. There's a lot of black gay people out there. There's a lot of people who are just gay, and that's just life. I don't feel like it should be such a big deal what the other person is doing. I don't think that should be such a big problem, to be fair. But that's just me. Again, I feel like everybody should be able to grow and make their own mindset. They shouldn't be able to listen to someone and just let them control what they think.
So weird when I'm talking to another black person and I find out that they're prejudiced in any way, like homophobic black people, for an example, because you know what it's like to be discriminated against because of something that you can't control. So why would you ever do that to someone else?
I'm gonna say what I gotta say, and y'all gonna take it how y'all gonna take it. But the black community treats gay people like how the white community treats black people. And I'm gonna say it like this. White people or white elitists always accepts the exceptional Negro, right? If you could sing really well, if you could dance really well, if you could throw a football really far, then the white community will accept you, right? Because we don't like your people, but we like your contributions, right? And that is exactly how the black community treats gay people. Y'all love James Baldwin, bro. Y'all throw a James Baldwin.
I got something I want to add on to this. I heard something similar about like some shit like this, and someone was on some shit that there's probably 1 million gay people in this world. If you sit here on some shit and show some hate over someone for who they have preferences for, I feel like that's a weird mindset. You are no better than those people who didn't like you because of your skin color. I'm not saying that we should make a riot where all black people are wrong, or all, because it's not just black people. But it's sad to see people who've been through hurt, people who've been through prejudice, been through all that, choose to do the same thing to other people.
Quote up somewhere so fast during Black History Month. Y'all get his quotes tatted on y'all. He's gay. How you not gonna like gay people but love a good James Baldwin book or love a good James Baldwin quote? Y'all love posting Angela Davis. Y'all love posting her with her fro and the Black Panther Party and all that stuff, especially during Black History Month. She's gay. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all love some Audre Lorde. Y'all love talking about intersectionality. Y'all love talking about civil rights and Bayard Rustin. These people are part of the LGBTQ plus community. You can't like their contributions to the Black community and what they've done to push us forward and then not like gay people at the same time.
Lately, I've been running into the constant homophobia on my timeline pertaining to Black people. And when I tell y'all I'm not surprised, anybody who's Black and gay knows exactly how ruthless our own community can be when it comes to our sexuality or our identity. When being gay is a punchline, the message is very clear. People like me are tolerated at best, but never fully accepted. I think a lot of this comes from fear rooted in religion, though, and how masculinity has been defined for Black men, the pressure to be seen as strong in a world that already tries to break us. The truth is, this kind of homophobia hurts real people. It pushes queer Black folks into silence. It makes us feel unsafe in our own families, and it teaches us to shrink ourselves just to belong. Now, I love my community, don't get me wrong, but I have to be honest on where we fall short as a whole. But let's unpack this and talk more about it. What's up, you guys? Welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your boy Dontae, and I'm back here again with another video. Before we get into everything, I would like to send out my
Yeah, I'm
love.
sorry
I just
that I
want to
butchered your name. I'm so sorry that I butchered your name. I'm terribly sorry.
Now, the reason why I want to specifically talk about Black people today is because there's been a lot of viral moments that's been going on pertaining to TikTok and on Twitter or just social media in general. There's been like heavily Black people just being homophobic unprovoked. Now, the first situation I want to address is the Deontay situation. So before we even get into the situation, I do want to kind of give Deontay a proper introduction. So if y'all don't know who he is, he's a public figure. He's very known for, taking care of himself. He looks very great. He sells courses on like fitness and stuff. He was randomly shopping on Christmas Day and ended up running into a Black woman. This Black woman, y'all, she was not hiding her homophobia. And normally, as gay people, as trans people, we can sense when somebody's being homophobic. They don't take it to the extreme sometimes. But this girl, she took it to the extreme.
I don't even know
What you gonna do?
For no reason.
Nah, this nigga need to crop that
I
up.
don't know you.
I'm sick of this gay.
I don't know
Sick
you.
of this gay.
Know you.
My bad for the ads. You know your boy got
Distro Kid is the easiest way.
gotta go through this.
I'm gonna record for my crew. I have a government job that
And y'all want to know why she even crashed out? Because Deontay ass was fat. That's literally the only reason. Like, she had no other reason to harass this man. Like, it turned.
Shit, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know the situation. But it's kind of weird that like we have people going out their way to push a rhetoric that they only believe in. Like again, I understand. I've been raised in a household where a lot of that shit was wrong, but at the same time, I feel like to each his own. You should always let someone be who they are. Like to this brother who said that they not who been through life not being accepted, you are always going to be accepted, especially in this community, because this is a community for people who's outspoken, who's able to actually speak, who's able to actually like look forward to stuff like this. This is a Black man being able to look at his own race and sit here and be like, hey, y'all probably need to chill, y'all probably need to tighten up. He's taking accountability. Now, even though that prejudice is also falling upon him, think about how many people are or have been raised in homophobic households and fully 100% believe that type of mindset. I don't know. I wouldn't say that's sad livings, but that's sad livings.
To her, giving out verbal insults to trying to put her hands on him. Now, Deontay, he was, of course, he's in shock and embarrassed and felt humiliated. So he recorded the whole thing. Now, Deontay, he did give us an update and basically let us know that she was slung to the ground after the video went off. So I don't know if he was implying that he did that. I don't know. But if he did, I'm not against it, only because it's like once you put your hands on somebody, woman or not, you can't get mad on how a person responds. Now, me, I was always raised to never put your hands on a woman. It don't matter if they hit you or not. So that's just me. I would never do that. But if he felt like he had to defend himself in that moment, do your biggest one. I'm not mad at you because as y'all can see, her energy was unprovoked and she was just doing a lot. Now, internet did a thing. They actually located her. So she's actually Arlington, Texas resident. And TikTok by the name of Tizzy gave us an update on her.
You can see she was being aggressive. She slammed her cart into him multiple times. She also put her hands on that woman, which, by the way, did not know her. That's not her friend, like, trying to diffuse. That was a woman who was literally just trying to help him out because she saw what was happening, all right? She starts throwing stuff off shelves at him, he claims. So he stopped recording, dialed 911. They end up on the opposite side of the store with her still going after.
Like, here's what I'm getting. And I'm sorry if I keep pausing the video. I know I blab a lot, I know I yap a lot, but here's what I'm getting. What gets you to this point unprovoked? Did he say something to you? Did he look some type of way at you that you had to do some shit? Like, what had to happen? I know what the brother said, but, like, I cannot believe that, like, it was just something that trivial. Like, for you to sit here and attack another person, broad daylight. Like, I don't know if you don't know this is harassment, don't know if you was attacking, but, like, to do all this shit broad daylight, to assault a person broad daylight is wild word. What got you? What possessed you to do that?
After him. At some point, she smacks the hand out of his phone, he says. So it's definitely battery at this point. And he grabbed her.
Smack the hand out of his phone. I'm sorry, that shit caught me lacking.
Her jacket and kind of slung her to the ground to get some distance so he could get his phone. The other woman tells him, just run, just get out of here. So he runs off. He said he literally had to leave his keys, his cart, everything. He ran out, called with 911. Police show up and she's leaving. They had like blocked in her car. He says she gets in her car, goes around police, takes off on a high-speed chase, and they don't get her. She gets away after all of that. I asked him, I said,
I'm not gonna lie. Now day of age, I understand no one's murdered. I understand no one is like to the point of like high degree damage. But this point of age, I don't believe that we should still have people getting away from crimes like this. There should be no way that someone is sitting here on some shit being able to actually escape the police. It's rather we need a whole revision on the police. We need to like fire everybody and hire new people, or we need to tighten the fuck up because it's no way after someone got assaulted, like it could have been way worse. Imagine the police got away on that. I mean, imagine they got away from the police off that's some crazy ass shit. Like it should be no way after assaulting someone you get away from the police.
the police know who she is? He goes, no, she got away. I said, are they looking for her? They want to arrest her? He said, yeah. I said, they don't know who she is? They don't know who she is? They don't know who she is because he confirms that this is her. Several other people have also posted. Shy Brittany Colbert. Also, just throwing this out there. This username does not necessarily mean it's her. So if you find this username somewhere, that doesn't mean you found her, okay? So everybody just use some logic. Girl, what are you doing? Christmas Day, you start beef with some dude, you put hands on him and another woman to accomplish what? And then, honestly, not only are you looking at like assault and battery charges, you're probably looking at some felony charges too from the taking off from police. I don't know. I mean, I hear you have something.
Thank you.
Hope it was worth it. Hope you accomplished what you wanted. Pretty sure you're going to have a knock on your door soon.
But Deontay, if you're watching this, I hope you heal from this situation, man, because even though it kind of like caught you off guard, stuff like that, you're just never going to forget, man. You're never going to forget it. So y'all go send y'all love to Deontay. And yeah, shout out to him. So the next conversation I want to have with you guys is Jasmine Cheese. So anybody who don't know who Jasmine is, she's Jada Waiter's sister. She recently went viral yesterday, which I seen yesterday. She basically posted a clip of her son being flamboyant. I'm gonna let you guys take a look.
Say have a good day. What the is that? Blaze.
See, I did have something to say about this. If your son, and I don't know who this lady is. Again, I'm not that like a trend with social media. Unless like we see it together, I don't see it at all. but when you are a single mother raising a boy, he's gonna take mannerisms after you. Now, if you had a daughter, she take those mannerisms, you gonna sit there and say, "Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's me. That's me." You can't look at your son some type of way when he starts acting the way that you act, especially this young, where everything that he sees, he's just mimicking you. Now, yeah, you could sit here reprimand him, sit here and say something, but to sit here and record yourself to reprimanding him and doing all that, again, I feel like that's just extra. Because how much you want to bet, like, someone would do some shit similar to her? If not, she did it. Just, oh, do some shit like this, and I'm gonna say something. Okay, you're not gonna be in trouble. He does it, and then he's getting scared. Like, that's what I'm saying.
You're
Like,
not a
you
girl.
never know.
Stop playing with me. You don't do that. All right. Y'all.
She received a lot of backlash from the queer community because they felt like she overreacted, she was doing too much. And there were a lot of black women defending her in the comment section, basically saying that damn loyal. And if y'all don't get that joke, Jada Wade got a son. And y'all already know the whole deal without it. The whole video on that. It's called The Fear of Having a Gay Son. But Jada was going through so much backlash with her son because everybody was just saying, like, he's feminine, he's too flamboyant, he need to be around his damn daddy.
I'm the favorite cousin. I'm telling everybody this. You see, I'm the favorite.
Again, what would y'all say? What would y'all say when y'all, the main mothers, are always going to be around that kid? The kid that once they sit here and see something, they want to do it. Once they sit here and hear an action, they want to do it. If they hear you talking a certain way, they're going to start talking like you. Why are you going to sit here and get on him for something like that? Now, I ain't even going to lie. Maybe the internet's right. Maybe he need to spend some more time around his dad. I'm not saying that his dad going to sit here on some higher shit, probably say, no, don't do that, but either or, like, if it's like coming out that you are upset over small things like this, then maybe have a male figure in your life so he can actually sit here and understand what being a man is like, because you clearly ain't teaching that.
I mean, you just keep giving all my hugs away.
Check out how this app helped me buy whatever I want in my favorite game. Unlimited money makes it so you can get what you want from the game, right from jump, without the grind. Let me talk about this in Starfield.
I miss having that fucking ad-free YouTube, bro.
Here's my take when it comes to this entire situation. So, I said this. I said enforcing masculinity in your child does not equate to your child becoming straight. I'm going to say that again. Enforcing masculinity in your child does not equate to your child becoming straight. I think a lot of times people that's not within our community, they feel like femininity equates to being gay. And I'm gonna tell you, baby, I'm gonna hold your hand when I tell you this, baby, it don't. I think that's why masculine gay men get so much backlash from the straight community, because they like, damn, you masculine and you look good. Like, why you gay? Why you gay? They can't believe it. They be so in distraught. But baby, masculine gay men, masculine bisexual men, masculine pansexual dudes exist, baby. It just is what it is. When it comes to children, I can agree to a certain degree that I feel like a lot of children, they mirror what they see. So if you have your son that's acting flamboyant, maybe he is kind of looking at you in a sense and copying everything that you do. Me personally, I don't think it was appropriate with how she handled it. Like, she was doing a little bit too much. And these be the same women that have gay friends, y'all. She got a podcast. I don't know if she's still active on it, but the person who she's partnering with, he's a gay man. So it's just like, what the fuck? They don't mind having us around. They don't mind us being best friends or stuff. But when it comes to their children being gay, that's like a no-no. And we all seen what Young Miami said. I also want to play this very interesting clip from this black woman.
Before he plays that clip, again, how I see, if you are a young person, you are very impressionable. I feel like if you see a young person being feminine or being masculine, it's not something that's fully leading on to them being gay or straight, because at the end of the day, kids are kids. And I miss when we lived in a generation where kids could just be kids. Like, man, seeing kids hug, like, why do you sitting here on some shit saying that they acting gay or feminine, that's weird. Like, they're babies, they're young. You can't sit here and get upset when they sit here and mirror the action of the people around them, especially if those actions are loud, constantly present, constantly being in their face. If you like, and I hate to say it like this, but if you want your kid to turn out some type of way and you see that they're acting that type of way around you, then don't be around your kid like that, because they not going to turn out the way that you want. Most likely, you sitting here trying to be extra controlling, extra all this, that, and the third, but that's going to end up putting more pressure on them than needed. And most likely, they're going to fall back into whatever path that you sit here and try to lead them away from.
She was basically comparing the situation to something else, but I want y'all to pay very close attention to the end of what she said.
So y'all, everybody been mad at Jasmine Cheese for Chivas, whatever their last name is, for correcting her son for doing this. And everybody's like, oh, he's just a baby, da, 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 da. I 100% get what y'all saying or whatever. But think about it like this. If that was a 1-year-old little girl and she had her legs wide open, would y'all have that same energy? If a 1-year-old little girl had her legs wide open and y'all
But see, I don't like people like this. I really don't like people like this, because they sit here, and I understand when it comes to comparing something, you gonna have to sit here and try to push it to the extreme so people can actually get the narrative that you're trying to push. But it's weird because he's not opening up his legs. He's a kid moving his arm, a baby, by the way. Probably doing the same thing that he sees his mom do 100 times. Like, you sitting here on some shit talking about it like this, and it makes it weird because now you got people falling back in this rhetoric of, yeah, but like I said, if it was a little girl doing that same hand movement, the mom would have been like, oh yeah, that's all me. Oh yeah, that I do that all the time. But now it's because your son's doing it. It's a problem. He's not opening up his legs. He's not doing all that extra shit. If you want to compare it to the same level, at least. Compare it to the same level. Because if there was, let's say that in the other clip, if I had my daughter, she not even out yet. If my daughter sat there and hugged her little female friend, do you think I'm going to sit here and bat eye? Oh, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. Why? Why would I do that? They're kids at the end of the day. Like, if you push this rhetoric on them, they gonna sit here and start acting different. They gonna sit here and start
the mama closed her legs and said, little girls don't do
you.
that. Would y'all have the same energy? Because it's the same thing to me. And that's the reason why I don't never speak on these type of topics, because I'll fuck around and get canceled, because I don't want to see my little son doing that shit either. And I got a 3-year-old. And like I said, it's a fucking double standard. Because had that been a little girl with her legs open, y'all would have been like, oh, that little girl got her legs open. Da, 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 da. And y'all.
I want her to continue,
the parents be like, close your legs. Little girls don't do that. It's the same fucking shit. Little boys don't do that. Period. And then y'all gotta let people raise their kids however the fuck they want to raise their kids. When I was a kid, I had a little brother, and it was me and my sister, and then I had a little brother. My little brother, one time, he was like, yeah, that dog is so cute. My dad cussed him the fuck out and was like, little boys don't say cute. That's some feminine ass shit. And now, like, thinking about it, cute is just a word. But then me, I don't think I want to hear my son say, oh yeah, that's so cute.
Alright, I'm gonna sit here and say this for personally her in general. When it comes to people like this, raise your kid how you want, but there's still gonna be backlash. There's still gonna be troubles. There's still gonna be all that. Shit, I remember being a little boy getting reprimanded by my dad, but at the same time, I had to sit here and educate him. I had to sit here on some shit like that's grammatically wrong for him to sit here and shut the fuck up to me. And when your kids start saying here on some shit like, okay, mommy, what else should I say? That dog handsome? That dog look good? Like when your kids start coming up with like questions that you don't want to be answering, too much questions, all that shit, extra stuff. Oh, why is that doing wrong? Why? What's wrong with that? You better have an answer to follow through, because again, you're taking a kid out of a child's place. Anyway, raise your kid how you want, but at the same time, we're living in a more progressive time where I feel like people should also be accepted for who they are. If your kid want to be a kid, let them be a kid. Now, at the same time, I do agree. You ain't gonna want no little girl with her legs open, but if it was ever seen here onto that degree, if it was some back and forth, like an actual back and forth argument that you could sit here and have, other than just, but if a girl did it, I understand that. But there's also a lot of things that like we sit here and hold off on young boys, that we sit here and pressure them to do. Life is already stressful. I don't think you want to put more stress on your son, make him depressed or make him like worry about his future. And again, could just be speculation. She could raise her son perfectly fine. She could just be talking out her neck because of the fact that she's seen some shit and she just want her second of fame. Everybody has their own mindset, each his own. Please check out Deontay. I ain't even gonna lie, I'm gonna have this man in the description. I do love this video. This was a pretty decent video. If y'all want to see more videos like this, please like, comment, subscribe. And like I said, we on the path to 1,000 subscribers. Please subscribe. I'll see y'all boys next time. Peace.